Welcome, Pisces. Thank you for tuning in to your horoscope for September 16th, 2025 on your channel, Zodiac Attraction. Discover what the future holds for you in terms of finances, lucky numbers, love, health, work, family, compatibility, and favorite color. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on daily updates. Get ready to explore your destiny. Let's get started. Pisces. Today's sky is pulling you straight into the kind of emotional clarity you've been craving, even if you weren't ready to admit it. With the moon aligning with Neptune in your sign, your intuition is dialed up to full volume, and it's impossible to ignore what your heart has been whispering for weeks. You might notice subtle signs showing up in conversations, chance encounters, or even in your dreams, signals that point you toward a decision that's long overdue. This isn't about logic right now. It's about faith. The universe is asking you to let go of the script you've been holding on to and trust that what's unfolding has been in motion for longer than you realize. In love, that means you're finally in a position to recognize what's real and what's just noise. If you've been waiting for someone to step up, don't be surprised if they show a new level of vulnerability or effort today. The energy supports reconciliation, forgiveness, and second chances, but only if you can meet them halfway. That doesn't mean ignoring your needs. It means being honest about what you require in a partnership and noticing whether they're truly trying to meet you there. For those unattached, the magnetic pull is undeniable. You're radiating a quiet confidence that draws people toward you, and someone could surprise you with a gesture that feels fated, even if it's small. Pay attention to eye contact, tone, and timing. Those little details will reveal more than words can. Professionally, Mars pushing through your sector of communication is firing up your ambition. If you've been stuck in a loop, hesitant to speak your truth at work, this is your cue to take control. You're likely to feel bold enough to pitch a new idea, confront a lingering problem, or seek the recognition you deserve. What you bring to the table is originality, and the people around you are starting to notice that you don't just follow trends, you create them. This is the moment to put strategy behind your creativity. Don't shy away from opportunities to network or showcase your skills. Someone in a position of authority is ready to take notice, but only if you make yourself visible. Money-wise, you're standing at a threshold. The recent cosmic shifts are highlighting your relationship with resources, and you may feel compelled to cut ties with old spending habits or obligations that drain more than they give. If there's been tension around delayed payments or unfair compensation, today marks a turning point. A conversation with someone influential could open doors to the kind of stability you've been working toward. The catch? You'll have to assert yourself, even if it feels uncomfortable. The rewards of speaking up will far outweigh the temporary awkwardness. On the personal front, this is a day to lean into your own rituals of self-care and grounding. With so much emotional and spiritual energy swirling, you could feel overwhelmed if you don't anchor yourself. Simple practices, whether it's journaling, meditating, or just walking outside, will help keep you balanced. Your sensitivity is your superpower, but it requires maintenance. Protect your boundaries fiercely, because not everyone around you is in the same headspace, and their chaos doesn't need to spill into your aura. Keep your circle intentional and your conversations meaningful. That will ensure your energy stays high. Health matters also call for attention, not in the form of crisis, but as a reminder to listen to your body's subtle signals. Sleep patterns, digestion, or even your skin might reveal where you've been pushing too hard or ignoring your needs. The alignment between Neptune and the moon is asking you to be honest about what you consume, not just food, but information, energy, and emotions. Clearing out the clutter, both physical and mental, will have an almost immediate effect on your vitality. Don't underestimate the power of small adjustments. They'll build momentum faster than you expect. As the day unfolds, the message is clear. Patience is not passivity. You're in a transition, but everything is aligning in divine timing. If something hasn't arrived yet, a breakthrough in love, a shift in career, a financial payoff, it's not because you're off track. It's because the conditions are still being prepared. The best move you can make is to keep showing up, keep planting seeds, and let the universe do its part. You'll soon see how the pieces fit together. And when they do, it will feel like everything was worth the wait. So Pisces, let yourself be loved in new ways. Trust your instincts in work and money, and honor your body and spirit with the care they deserve. You're not just moving forward, you're moving forward with purpose. And that, more than anything else, is what will turn today into a pivot point for everything you've been manifesting. Let's see what the tarot has in store for you today. Today, Pisces, the universe surrounds you with a unique blend of emotional depth and radiant clarity. The energy feels both mysterious and promising, inviting you to step forward with faith in your intuition and trust in the hidden blessings unfolding. As we journey through today's tarot spread, 8 cards reveal the story of your day, one filled with challenges, revelations, and the promise of love and prosperity. Card 1. The 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands opens today's reading, signaling the weight of responsibilities that you've been carrying. For Pisces, this often means emotional burdens that are not entirely yours to hold. You may feel exhausted, as if the path ahead is uphill and endless. However, this card reminds you that the end of a heavy cycle is near. The lesson here is about learning to delegate and trust others. You don't need to bear every emotional load alone. Release what no longer serves your growth, and you'll create space for fresh opportunities to reach you. Card 2. The Sun. Following heaviness, the sun illuminates your path. This is a powerful omen of clarity, joy, and the fulfillment of desires. For Pisces, this card amplifies your natural radiance, your compassion, and spiritual light. In practical terms, the sun may point toward a breakthrough in finances, perhaps a business deal, investment, or career decision that blossoms unexpectedly in your favor. Emotionally, it signals a brighter chapter in love, where you're seen and appreciated for who you truly are. After struggle comes clarity. The message is clear. Your time to shine is arriving. Card 3. The 2 of Swords. Yet, even amidst light, the 2 of Swords appears, warning of indecision. You may be torn between 2 choices, perhaps between 2 people, 2 career paths, or even 2 lifestyles. As a water sign, your instinct is to follow your heart, but the 2 of Swords urges you to also use logic. Avoid blindfolding yourself to truth out of fear. By facing the uncomfortable decision directly, you empower yourself to step out of stagnation and into purposeful action. Card 4. The Lovers. The Lovers reinforces that a key theme today revolves around relationships and union. This card may point to a soulmate entering or re-entering your life, someone who sees you as a divine mirror. For Pisces, this represents not only romantic alignment, but also inner harmony, balancing your emotional world with practical needs. Love today carries both tenderness and intensity. If you are single, someone may be watching you from afar, drawn to your aura. If you are in a relationship, this card asks for honesty, choice, and a reaffirmation of commitment. Card 5. The 5 of Cups. Still, the 5 of Cups reminds you of past disappointments. Pisces often carries wounds deeply, replaying moments of betrayal or sadness. This card encourages you to lift your gaze from what has been lost and recognize the 2 upright cups still standing, symbols of hope and renewal. While you may mourn the ending of a chapter, remember that endings create the space for beginnings. Do not dwell on sorrow. Instead, honor it, release it, and turn toward what remains full of promise. Card 6. The Ace of Pentacles. Here comes a fresh blessing, the Ace of Pentacles. Financially, this card speaks of new beginnings, a job opportunity, a successful business venture, or a sudden inflow of resources. Spiritually, it signals the planting of a seed that will bring long-term prosperity. For Pisces, this resonates deeply with your theme of Oro y Amor, love and gold. You are entering a season where hard work pays off and patience unlocks abundance. The universe is opening a door, and it's up to you to walk through with confidence. Card 7. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups brings romance and emotional offers. Someone may be approaching you with words of affection, a proposal, or an emotional revelation. This card aligns beautifully with your current energy of surprise and love. While you may doubt their sincerity at first, the Knight reminds you that vulnerability can be genuine, even if imperfect. For Pisces, this card also represents your own romantic spirit. You, too, may feel inspired to express emotions you've long kept hidden. Trust the flow of the heart today. Card 8. The Wheel of Fortune. The reading concludes with the Wheel of Fortune, a card of destiny, cycles, and divine timing. This signals that no matter what setbacks you've endured, the wheel is turning in your favor. For Pisces, this is about surrendering to the larger cosmic plan. Surprises are ahead, both in love and money, confirming that your struggles were not in vain. The energy of renewal is strong, suggesting that opportunities once thought lost are circling back to you, this time aligned for success. In today's spread, Pisces, the story unfolds as one of release, revelation, and renewal. The 10 of Wands and 5 of Cups acknowledge the heaviness and past sorrow you've carried, but the Sun and Ace of Pentacles remind you of the joy and prosperity waiting just ahead. The 2 of Swords and Lovers emphasize the importance of conscious choices in love and life, while the Knight of Cups points to a sincere romantic approach that may surprise you. Finally, the Wheel of Fortune assures you that your destiny is shifting. Your time for blessings in both love and abundance is near. Trust your intuition, honor your light, and step into this new chapter with courage. Now we will tell you how it will go with money and luck, but first remember to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications. This helps us a lot, and so you never miss your daily reading. Money and luck. Today, Pisces, fortune smiles upon you in ways that might initially feel subtle, but will later prove to be groundbreaking. The presence of the Ace of Pentacles indicates a seed of prosperity taking root in your life. Whether it comes in the form of a job opportunity, an investment, or an unexpected offer, the energy is one of fresh starts and promising gains. You may have felt restricted recently, but this card promises that the ground beneath you is fertile and ready to yield results. The Sun reinforces this financial light, highlighting that the efforts you've put into saving, studying, or strategizing are about to pay off. For some Pisces, this could mean a successful negotiation or a purchase you've been waiting to finalize. Even small steps in managing money, like sticking to a budget or paying off a debt, will feel rewarding now because they're leading you toward greater stability. The Wheel of Fortune adds another dimension, reminding you that financial cycles are turning in your favor. If you've been through a dry spell, this card predicts an upswing. However, it also asks you to be prepared. Luck favors those who are ready to act when the opportunity arises. Do not dismiss small openings. A casual conversation or a chance encounter could lead to a gain you never imagined. Unexpected blessings could arrive disguised as risks. A project that once seemed unprofitable might suddenly bring rewards, or a new contact could connect you with people who open financial doors. The lesson here is to keep an open mind. Wealth often arrives in surprising packages. It's also worth noting that today's energy encourages generosity. The more you bless others, even in small symbolic ways, the more abundance flows back to you. This aligns with spiritual traditions that highlight the importance of circulation. What you give with sincerity returns multiplied. Ultimately, Pisces, the message is clear. This is a day when both effort and fate work in your favor. The cards ask you to remain confident, prepared, and willing to embrace prosperity without fear. The tarot gives you your lucky number. Your lucky numbers for September 16th are 47, 87, 26, 86, 100. Daily love. In love, Pisces, your heart beats louder today. The Lover's card suggests a decision or a turning point, one that could redefine how you see relationships. For some, this may mean choosing between two people, or between remaining guarded and opening yourself to intimacy. For others, it's the simple act of declaring what you truly want in love instead of waiting for fate to decide for you. The Knight of Cups brings a romantic presence closer. Someone is either stepping forward with an offer or silently preparing to do so. This energy feels tender yet bold, like a confession from someone who admires your light. If you're single, don't be surprised if a message, glance, or unexpected invitation carries more meaning than you thought. If you're in a partnership, this card suggests renewal, gestures of affection that remind you of why you fell in love in the first place. Still, the Five of Cups whispers of past wounds that linger. Perhaps you've been let down before, or promises were broken in ways that left scars. This card urges you not to let yesterday's heartbreak block today's blessings. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means allowing yourself to love without carrying the weight of disappointment into new encounters. Someone may appear unreachable, almost too good to be true. Yet the reading suggests that admiration is mutual. You shine in ways you don't even realize. What feels unattainable may simply require time, patience, and trust in divine timing. Love is rarely convenient, but it often arrives exactly when you've stopped expecting it. The cards also hint that love today is not just about romance, it's about self-love. Recognizing your worth, honoring your emotions, and speaking truthfully are all acts of love that magnetize authentic partners. By radiating sincerity, you invite only those who are aligned with your heart. For Pisces, the path of love is rarely linear, but today's spread assures you that whether through a confession, a proposal, or a surprising reconnection, love is alive and flowing toward you. At work, the Ten of Wands makes its presence felt, showing you carrying heavy responsibilities. This could manifest as deadlines, expectations, or simply the pressure of proving yourself. While the weight may feel overwhelming, this card reminds you that the finish line is near. Relief is coming, and the hard work you've been shouldering will soon transform into visible results. The sun shines brightly in this area, pointing to recognition. Your dedication, which may have gone unnoticed before, now catches the eye of colleagues or supervisors. This could translate into acknowledgement, praise, or even advancement. Don't underestimate the power of visibility. Others are beginning to see your true value. The Ace of Pentacles anchors work with fresh beginnings. A new project, role, or opportunity may appear, one that not only improves your career but also strengthens your financial footing. For those feeling stagnant, this is the push you need to start something bold and rewarding. There is also a sense that collaboration could bring success. If you've been working alone, today may show the benefits of teamwork. Others might step in to ease your load, or you could discover that a partnership brings efficiency and inspiration. Still, balance is essential. The Ten of Wands warns against burnout. While ambition drives results, it should not consume your peace. Pace yourself, and remember that small steps also move you forward. Altogether, Pisces, today's work energy suggests progress born of persistence. Keep your eyes on the prize and know that both recognition and opportunity are waiting on the horizon. Health. The Ten of Wands reminds us that carrying emotional and physical burdens weighs heavily on the body. Stress, lack of rest, or constant worry may have left you drained. Today, you're called to lay some of those weights down. Even small acts of release, like meditation, journaling, or simply stepping away from constant responsibilities, can have profound effects. The Five of Cups adds another layer, showing that emotional pain or regret may be manifesting physically. It is not uncommon for sadness to affect sleep, digestion, or energy levels. Acknowledging those emotions rather than suppressing them is essential to healing. Give yourself permission to grieve, but don't dwell there too long. Shift your gaze toward what still stands strong in your life. The sun brings a surge of vitality, reminding you that health is not only the absence of illness, but also the presence of joy. Being outdoors, soaking in sunlight, or engaging in physical activity can restore your energy. It's also a reminder that laughter, connection, and play are just as healing as medicine. Mental health is highlighted today. Practices that raise your vibration, positive affirmations, gratitude exercises, or acts of kindness can reduce stress and increase resilience. Remember, Pisces, your emotional well-being directly influences your physical state. There may also be a need to monitor boundaries. Taking on too much from others drains your health. Saying no when necessary is not selfish. It is an act of self-preservation. Protecting your energy allows you to show up fully for those who truly matter. In summary, today's health message calls for balance, Release what hurts, embrace what heals, and cultivate daily practices that align body, mind, and spirit. Family and friends. Family matters today are touched by the Two of Swords, showing indecision or avoidance. You may be caught between two perspectives, perhaps trying to mediate or choosing whether to engage in a difficult conversation. Avoiding the issue won't solve it. Clarity comes from honesty and courage. The Five of Cups suggests that family ties may carry past disappointments. Misunderstandings, broken promises, or unresolved conflicts could still weigh on you. Yet this card also reminds you that healing is possible. Even when some bonds seem lost, others remain strong, waiting for your attention and care. The Wheel of Fortune signals a shift in family dynamics. Old patterns are breaking, and new opportunities for closeness are arising. Perhaps a family member who felt distant reaches out, or you find yourself reconnecting in surprising ways. Fate seems to be turning hearts toward reconciliation. For Pisces, family is often a source of deep emotion, and this can be both a gift and a challenge. Sensitivity makes you intuitive, but it also leaves you vulnerable to hurt. Today, you're encouraged to balance compassion with boundaries, ensuring that love does not become sacrifice. There is also a theme of cycles. What once seemed permanent is evolving. Relationships once strained may find peace, while new roles in family life may emerge. Whether you are stepping into responsibility or stepping back, the key is acceptance of change. Family today is not only about relatives, but also about chosen family, the people you call home. Treasure those bonds, nurture them, and remember that connection thrives on presence and authenticity. Compatibility. Today, Pisces, your energy resonates most strongly with water and earth signs, forming bonds that feel both grounding and fluid. With Cancer, there is a natural emotional understanding. This connection thrives on empathy, shared dreams, and the ability to communicate without words. It feels nurturing and safe, like returning to a familiar shore. With Scorpio, passion runs deep. This is a union where intensity and transformation play key roles. The attraction can be magnetic, though sometimes overwhelming. Together, you push each other toward growth, even when the process feels challenging. Taurus offers stability and sensual grounding. This earth sign helps anchor your emotions, teaching you the value of patience and persistence. With Taurus, love and friendship feel practical yet deeply comforting, reminding you that not every bond needs to be dramatic to be meaningful. Capricorn brings ambition and structure to your world. While their approach may feel more pragmatic than yours, their presence helps you transform dreams into tangible results. They admire your intuition, while you appreciate their discipline. Together, you build a balance of vision and strategy. Even outside these signs, your compatibility today is heightened with anyone who values authenticity. The cards suggest that your luminous presence is attracting admiration from unexpected directions. Someone you may not have considered could suddenly reveal strong feelings. Overall, today's energy supports relationships that combine depth with trust. Look for connections that both challenge and comfort you. Those are the ones destined to flourish. Your lucky color today. Gold is your guiding color today. Symbolizing wealth, warmth, and divine light, gold reflects the abundance and opportunities flowing toward you. Wearing it or surrounding yourself with golden hues can remind you of your inner radiance and the prosperity waiting to manifest. The phrase of the day: blessings multiply when the heart remains open, for every ending is but the seed of a brighter beginning. Thank you so much for spending this moment with me. Remember, the stars can guide your way, but only you have the power to walk it and make it amazing. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love it if you could subscribe, and leave a comment. I truly enjoy hearing from you. I'll see you tomorrow, right here on Zodiac Attraction, where we'll continue discovering your incredible destiny together. Until then, keep shining.